Good morning, everyone. Sharon Ann here. Welcome to Metamorphosis from Trauma to Thriver podcast, where we talk about all things surrounding anxiety, depression, PTSD, dissociation, and mental health. I'm your host, Sharon Ann, and today I'll be doing a solo episode all about turning pain into purpose. So, friends, this week is actually a special week for me. This month is actually an anniversary for me. No, I'm not married. I'm actually single. I figured if I'm meant to get married, that God will pave the way for me to do so in His own timing. I can remember dating twice when I was in college. I can also remember dating once at church. The guy kind of climbed me into it. He made the man move. It was communion night, and he made the man move on me. He was like, "So, will you go with me? No. Will you go with me? No. Will you go with me? No." And eventually he wore me down till I said yes. This week, February 14, 2024, that sounds really weird. This week, February 14, 2024, Valentine's Day, I'm actually celebrating recovery from the effects of childhood sexual abuse, victim bonding, codependency, a sexual addiction from past trauma, people-pleasing tendencies, and so much more. That is a whole lot of stuff. You see, February 14, 2005, I entered the doors to celebrate recovery. February 14, 2006, a year later, I got into therapy to work through past trauma. February 14, 2007, I started working with a therapist trained in EMDR and NLP. February 14, 2013, after a 3-year break, I chose to re-enter my recovery journey in therapy to work on bettering myself as a whole. I've been consistent with my recovery journey ever since. Yay me. My story in a nutshell. My story in a nutshell is I grew up in a military family with parents always traveling and being raised by nannies and maids. They were my surrogate parents. I was shy, quiet, often lonely, as I had great difficulty in making friends. I didn't know how to make friends back then. From the time I was 10 to 24 years old, I was sexually abused by a family friend. I took to this family friend and trusted him because I wanted a father figure in my life. I wanted to feel loved, valued, and accepted by others. Something that anybody can actually admit that they want the same thing too in life. To feel loved, valued, and accepted by others. I found myself very depressed. I found myself having suicidal thoughts. Thank God I never acted on them. Searching for answers to life's difficulties, I found myself in a Christian chat room. Yahoo Messenger of all times. Some of you remember the days of Yahoo Messenger chat. In 2005, I was actually 22. That reveals my age. A pastor was looking for insights on a sermon about listening to the voice of God. How do you distinguish God's voice from man's voice? Y'all know that part in the Bible that says, "The sheep know my voice," or something along those lines? I don't exactly remember the phrase, but the sheep know my voice, the sheep listen to my voice. And he based his message off of the movie Look Who's Talking Now. Look Who's Talking Now, as in look who's talking to God now. And over the computer, he led me into a personal relationship with Christ Jesus. I started attending a Calvary Chapel church in my community. Shout out to Greg Laurie and the Calvary Chapel movement. I got involved in church. Started attending 12-step recovery groups. I found my chosen family. A family that loved me and accepted me for who I was. Most of all, I learned that my trauma didn't have to become who I am. That I had a fresh start in life, in God, with God, and through God. Today, I live out my purpose to serve other women as a trauma coach, working with women battling anxiety, depression, PTSD, dissociation, and dissociative disorders. I've made it my mission to teach others that it is possible to heal from the pain of childhood trauma, that your past doesn't have to become your identity, because we are all children of the King of Kings. To the audience, thank you for taking the time to listen to the podcast. If there's a topic you'd like me to discuss, or if you'd like to be a guest speaker on the podcast, please let me know in the comments. Until next time, bye-bye everyone. Thank you for listening. Bye.